Now we will begin Part A with the first conversation. Number 1.
The view is spectacular. Could you take a picture of me with the mountains in the background?
I'm afraid I just ran out of film.
What does the woman mean? Number 2.
Excuse me, we're ready to order now.
I'll be with you in just a minute.
What does the man mean? Number 3.
I think I forgot my umbrella. Did you notice if it's raining outside?
Yeah, it is. And I just realized I left my car window open.
What will the man probably do next? Number 4.
How does your daughter like her new school?
Fine. She seems to have made new friends in no time.
What can be inferred about the man's daughter? Number 5.
There's an article here in this magazine you might find interesting. It's about buying running shoes.
If it's not chemistry and it's not on the final exam, I can't read it now.
What is the man probably doing? Number 6.
You're washing your car, even on vacation. It makes me feel guilty.
You shouldn't. It's just that I have nothing better to do at the moment.
What does the woman imply? Number 7.
My doctor told me I'll need to go for some expensive treatment for my injured knee.
Are you sure? Maybe you need a second opinion.
What does the woman suggest the man do? Number 8.
Hello, could you fit me in for an appointment today? I need a stylist who's good at cutting curly hair.
Judy's good at that. She's the owner. How about noon?
What will the woman probably do? Number 9.
There's nothing I like more than a good mystery novel when I've got some spare time.
I like to read too, but I prefer nonfiction, history, social commentary, and stuff like that.
What does the man imply? Number 10.
I'm no expert, but that noise in your refrigerator doesn't sound good. Maybe you should call and have it checked out.
You're right, and I suppose I've put it off long enough.
What will the woman probably do? Number 11.
What's up with Donald? I've never seen him so happy.
His supervisor gave performance evaluations this morning.
What can be inferred about Donald? Number 12.
It's not going to snow again tomorrow, is it? It was supposed to be warm all week.
Well, if you go by the forecast that I heard, you shouldn't put your coat and hat away quite yet.
What does the woman imply? Number 13.
I don't know how it happened, but I've got 2 different appointments at lunch tomorrow. I'm supposed to meet both David and Jim.
Why don't you make one of them a breakfast meeting?
What does the woman suggest the man do? Number 14.
It's all right to wear jeans for our class presentation, isn't it?
That's what I'm wearing. But if we wear jackets too, maybe we won't look so casual.
What does the man imply? Number 15.
This spring weather is perfect for playing tennis.
Unfortunately, the only time I get to enjoy it is when I'm walking to class or to the library.
What does the man imply? Number 16.
Boy, how quickly technology changes. So many people have a computer in their home nowadays.
I know. I feel so behind the times.
What can be inferred about the woman? Number 17.
Joan and her friends went to that new restaurant last night and said it served the best food they'd ever had.
That's quite a recommendation. Maybe we should see for ourselves.
What will the speakers probably do? Number 18.
I hear you have a brother who went to school here too. Have I ever seen him?
Well, he graduated last year, but you never would have guessed we're brothers.
What does the man imply? Number 19.
I'm thinking of heading to the gym before going to dinner. Care to join me?
If you don't mind waiting while I go get my gym bag.
What does the man mean? Number 20.
I'm in a terrible mood. My boss didn't like the report I wrote.
Well, don't take it out on me.
What does the man mean? Go on to the next page. Number 21.
So I guess it's been a year now since your last checkup. Have you had any health problems?
None to speak of.
What does the woman mean? Number 22.
Have you ordered your graduation announcements?
No, I had Don do it for me.
What does the woman say about the graduation announcements? Number 23.
I hear you got a big parking ticket.
Yeah, I never realized Lot 3 was only for faculty.
What does the man imply? Number 24.
I went through a whole box of paper and a printer ribbon just trying to get my resume right.
It'll be worth it, you know, just to make a good impression.
What can be inferred from this conversation? Number 25.
So you weren't happy with the way the newspaper covered the rally protesting the rise in tuition fees?
No. The article underestimated the number of students who were there, and I don't think it explained our point of view very well.
What can be inferred about the man? Number 26.
When are you ever going to finish this report? You've been working on it for 3 months.
Only 2.5, but it does seem longer.
What does the woman say about the report? Number 27.
I've been meaning to get my eyes checked. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Why don't you call for an appointment right away? Once it's on your calendar, you'll get it done.
What does the man suggest the woman do? Number 28.
Hey, Lisa. Has Professor Smith returned my call yet?
I just got in a little while ago myself.
What does Lisa imply? Number 29.
I got an invitation to a financial planning seminar, and I don't want to go alone.
Count me in. I need all the help I can get managing my money.
What will the woman probably do? Number 30.
I hope you're not too put out with me for stopping by Fred's on the way over here. I had to pick up an assignment.
Well, that's not a big deal, but you might at least phone if you know you're going to keep someone waiting.
What does the woman mean? The end of Part A. Now we will begin Part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 through 34. Listen to a conversation in the registrar's office at a university.
I want to register for this mathematics course.
I'm sorry, registration is closed.
Closed? The clerk told me I could come back and register any time during the first week of classes.
Well, that's not possible. The computer's official student count has already been sent to the state, and that's what our budget is based on. Who told you that anyway?
Some woman here when I tried to register 3 weeks ago. She said I just have to pay a late fee.
She must have been a temporary worker. They don't have much training. Why didn't you register then?
She said I couldn't until I had my birth certificate. Here it is.
Your birth certificate?
Well, I'm a new part-time student, so she asked for identification. I don't drive, so I didn't have a driver's license.
Huh. That's no reason to demand a birth certificate. We only need to establish residency. A phone bill with your name and address on it would have been fine.
Really? Only proof of my address?
Yes, I'm afraid she gave you the wrong information. Still, you'll have to wait and take your math class next semester.
But that's not fair.
Well, I sympathize with your problem, but frankly, I don't think there's anything anyone can do for you. You're trapped in the system. If you want to, you can talk to the director. She'll help if she can.
Great.
Don't get your hopes up.
Number 31. What problem does the woman have? Number 32. Why did the woman have to go to the office 2 times? Number 33. According to the man, what does the woman need to show evidence of? Number 34. What does the man imply when he tells the woman not to get her hopes up? Questions 35 through 38. Listen to a conversation between two students who are doing a chemistry experiment.
Hey, Mary, do you want to start writing our lab report after we finish this experiment?
I can't. In fact, I need to finish early because I'm going over to the psychology department to talk to Professor Smith about a job opening.
You mean a job on campus?
Yeah, and it sounds pretty interesting. It involves helping with her study on learning styles. You know, about how some people learn best by sight, while others learn best by hearing or touch.
Yeah, I know that's her area of expertise.
Right. Anyway, for her study, she's taking some high school students who aren't doing very well in their classes and testing them to find out what their learning styles are. Then tutors, people like me, will work with them, presenting material to them in their particular learning style.
Hey, that is interesting. Now, will you mostly do the testing or the tutoring?
Both, I hope. I want to be involved from start to finish.
Are you getting paid for this?
I'm sure we'll get something, though probably not much. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to have some hands-on experience.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to help those high school students, too.
That's what I thought when I saw the ad. You know, you could do it, too. You don't have to be in her class to work on the study.
Really? Do you have any idea what the schedule's like?
Late afternoons and evenings for tutoring, I think. After all, the kids are in regular classes until 3:30.
Actually, that's perfect for me.
Then come along. We'll save the lab report for later. But we'd better make sure we do a good job on our experiment first.
Yeah, first things first.
Number 35. What are the speakers mainly discussing? Number 36. Why is the woman interested in working with Professor Smith? Number 37. What will the college students do for the high school students? Number 38. What will the speakers probably do next? This is the end of Part B. Now we will begin Part C with the first talk. Questions 39 through 42. Listen to a museum guide talk about Native American pottery.
Hello. I'll be your tour guide today here at the Art Museum, so I'd like to welcome you to this month's exhibit of Native American pottery. We'll begin our tour in a few minutes, but first I'm going to tell you something about the way this pottery was created. Pottery was made all over ancient North America by many different groups of people. One of the earliest of these ancient American cultures was the Hohokam people. They lived in what is now Arizona from about 300 BC to AD 1500, and it's their pottery that you'll be looking at today. All of the pottery was made from clay. Some objects were for everyday use, like containers for food and water, pots for cooking, and mugs, bowls, and ladles for drinking and eating. You'll also see figurines and animal-shaped incense burners, which we believe were probably used in special rituals. The Hohokam formed their pottery vessels from coils of clay, then shaped them with special tools to create very thin sides on the vessels. Afterward, they painted the pottery with red designs. Actually, many of the pieces here have designs right on them that show how the pottery was used. Now I hope you'll enjoy the beauty and uniqueness of this Hohokam pottery, and that it will give you some interesting insights about the people who created it. Please feel free to ask me any questions, and thank you for joining us today.
Number 39. What does the speaker mainly discuss? Number 40. What is the purpose of the talk? Number 41. What did the Hohokam do with their pottery? Number 42. What does the speaker say about the way Hohokam pottery was made? Questions 43 through 45. Listen to a talk in an American history class.
I'm going to introduce two current points of view about the motivation for writing the United States Constitution back in 1787. The first one is called the Idealist View. The Idealists basically believe that the writers of the Constitution were motivated by ideas. Which ideas? The ideas of the Revolutionary War, such as liberty and democracy. The idealists remind us that the young country had a lot of problems: an economic depression, a large war debt, lawlessness, and trade barriers between the states. They argue that the representatives needed to control these problems in order for the United States to survive. The other point of view is the economic view. The economic view is that the writers of the Constitution were concerned about their own financial interests. According to them, most people were living well, but the wealthiest people were afraid of losing their money. The writers wanted a strong central government that would promote trade, protect private property, and perhaps most of all, collect taxes to pay off the United States' large war debt, because a number of those who wrote the Constitution had loaned money to the government during the Revolution. Which view is correct? Well, historians who wrote during the calm and prosperous 1950s found reasons to believe the idealist view. Those who wrote during the troubled 1960s found support for the economic viewpoint.